Hello, hope you're doing well today. I wanted to share about my breaking up with working out. And so I'm sitting in the parking lot at the gym, and I just feel really inspired to share the story that's been on my heart for a long time. My whole existence, from when I was a teenager to, when I became 40 or, 38 or whatever the age was when I transitioned out of the military, was that my part of my identity became like how strong I was. It started when I was earlier in sports as a younger girl, and it just kind of continued on through my life. I became a really great athlete. I became very strong, and it was like a foundational part of who I was, as proving myself. Like, that was what I owned as my identity. And once I transitioned out of the military at the age of 38, I moved out to the ocean where I currently live. I realized I had to start being more balanced in my life, and I stopped working out. I still continued to surf, but I wasn't doing my regimented, intense, like yoga and fitness program that I'd always done. And I allowed myself to really surrender. What I then became in tune with was my emotional body and my mind and my mental state of being. Now, fast forward, I'm 46, and I'm just really starting to work out again, because I felt like I created this balance of my mental and emotional and physical body, where I learned to accept my body as my home. Instead of something I needed to punish or prove to anyone, I learned to accept all the layers of myself: my soul, my mental situation, my emotional situation, and my physical situation. And now I feel when I go to the gym, I'm not trying to prove anything to the world or anyone else. I'm literally wanting to just be strong, to be able to have a great structure for my home, and to be able to have good posture and alignment and strength for the best life, so that energy can flow through me at a great level of intensity, and I can feel healthy and strong and do all the things that I love to do and be very active. So, in conclusion, before, my full identity and what I valued was how I looked and how strong I was and how fast I was. Now, those things are just a part of taking good care of myself, but it's not my identity. I'm learning that I'm a soul having a human experience. I like to nap. I like to sleep. I like to grow flowers. I like to write. I like to read. I like to do art. I like to play music. And all of those things that I'm sharing with you, I never did before. I just 100% spent all of my time working on my body, my physical strength, my physical speed, and how hard I worked in my job. I literally had 3 aspects to myself before. And so, if you are finding yourself at a point where you cannot continue to push on, if you're sick, number one, if you're sick or you're down, you're just at a low point, maybe it's because we've reached this maximum of being out of balance. I reached a maximum of being out of balance, and my body was in so much pain. So much pain, because that pain was my soul trying to get my attention to recalibrate and find balance. And when we find balance between our soul, our emotional, mental, and physical bodies, we finally create peace in our lives. We create peace in our heart and in our mind. I hope this helps you understand that you are so much more than maybe the foundation in which you created your personality on. Whereas again, my personality was created on just like three pillars or so. But you are such an expansive being, and there's so much more to you than maybe you've allowed yourself to grow and express. And this is what Reiki and doing shadow work and doing yoga, which is self-study, has helped me grow and learn through. All right, I look forward to seeing you in the next video, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.